not getting YouTube? Oh, because I haven't gone live yet. Gosh dang, I'm an idiot. More like SpewTube, yeah. What the heck is going on? I'm just not getting YouTube at all. I don't know what. Oh, there, finally. Oh my goodness, that was delayed. Oh man. Okay. Oh yeah, that took a long time for Stream Elements to figure out I was live. Oh. Oh man, I'm tired. So tired, like sleepy tired. My legs actually don't feel too bad right now. I can't say that's going to be the case as we get going, but right now my legs don't feel too bad. Get the run ready. Hat on, coffee. I drank tons of coffee. But I woke up I woke up. What time is it? Oh, geez, I'm really late. I was trying to go live an hour ago, but I woke up 4 hours ago to do laundry, so. I finally couldn't take the stink of my clothes that I've just kept re-wearing over and over again. And bit the bullet. Drove over to the laundromat. Knocked out my laundry. Which, I could have been doing my laundry here. I mean, we have. Actually, I can't right now because I can't get to the laundry facility because they're working right now on my floor for this whole construction project. So I couldn't get to it right now during the day. At nighttime I could get to it, but I'm pretty sure everybody's probably doing that. Whoa, what the heck? My gloves are like, put my sunglasses on the top of my head and it ripped it off. I was like, what the heck? Okay, we're gonna go on. Not excited about this, but I am actually feeling good with this first week of training. Realistically, I only have to do about like 10 miles today is all. So we'll see how we're feeling. I do want to run tonight too because I'm thoroughly enjoying these little night runs. I love it when you say I'm not excited. I don't know. It's always that way. It's like when you hear people going to the gym, how it's like once you haven't gone for a long time, it's hard to get back into it. That's how it is for me for running too. But mostly because this is a bunch of road running and I would rather be up on the mountains. But I will be, tomorrow morning we are not going to be on, because I will be down in Bozeman. I'm going to change cameras. Okay, got that. Got that. That was our new office person for our building that just went by, which I am actually excited about because our old one was, you know, I didn't have to deal with her too much because I was not here, but this new gal is also taking over the management of the commercial floor. So overall, it's actually going to save us money. Don't be creepy. I'm not being creepy. Oh. Okay, I think we're going to go up. We're just going to do the old... Actually, do I want to do that? Or do I want to go this way? If I go this way, I can boost my local legend status. We'll go this way. Yeah, I want to start now. Oh, now that I'm trying to start the run, though, now I can feel my legs. They feel good if I'm just walking around, but trying to step it out on a run is a little... I can't believe it is 32 degrees out right now. There's people walking around with no hat on, no coat, no nothing. Although when you probably get out in the sun, it's probably not too bad. I'll probably overheat. I put my sunglasses on. It is definitely bright out. Actually, I'm gonna put it on underneath my... Go to the skate park. Well, we can run by the skate park on our way back. But that would, if I went to the skate park, that's only going to get me like 2 miles. It's about a mile down there and a mile back. But yeah, I have the walk sign. Oh, somebody took down that. Run on ramps and annoy the kids. Well, most of the kids should be at school right now. In fact, I don't know about right now, but last spring when I was here running this time of morning, you know, over by the in Centennial Park, and I'd be like parked next to the, you know, kind of in the skate park area. The only person that was on there was a guy older than me that would go there every day and just, you know, just have fun on this in the skate park. He'd get there, he'd go there when with any kids just to avoid them. Funny thing is he was better than 90% of the kids I've seen there. So the guy we saw, was that yesterday? that was running down Holter that I was like, you're going the wrong way. Because by the time I got back, I had a message from Strava saying that so-and-so took down your local legend status. Well, it was that guy. He was doing repeats up and down that. And I'm guessing, looking at his, because you can, instead of Facebook stalk, you can Strava stalk somebody. And just from what I can gather, he's one of those people that searches out different Strava segments to like get local legend statuses on all these little Strava segments. Because he didn't really do enough to like he was truly doing, an interval session like hill repeats. He only did enough to take down the local legend. So I'm going to take it back from him. Just because I want him to have to come back out here and do it some more. It's like the guy that, when I was in DC, that there was 2 segments on the route that we used to run all the time to go to the Washington Monument. One was from the airport to, well, it wasn't from the airport, it was from that park on the end of the airport. Holy cow, I really got to stop running uphill from the get-go. My legs are not warmed up yet for this. Right, because he probably plays Fortnite too. Probably does. The guy in DC, it was that segment and then the segment going over the 14th Street Bridge that about every, week maybe, I'd get a thing saying, same guy, so-and-so took down your local legend status. And that was my cue. Oh, I need to upload to Strava. Because that was just the route I ran every day anyways. And so then I would upload to Strava and immediately take back. And so the guy would only hold it for like 5 minutes before I would take it back because I uploaded to Strava. And I know it used to just make that guy so mad. I even one day, just to prove a point, just ran those 2 segments. I just went like back and forth on it like 4 or 5 times on one run, just to make it to where he was really going to have to work at it. Okay, let's keep going. I was the other night, like 2 nights ago. Talking to Rachel, and she was like looking at her watch stuff or whatever. So then I had to, well, she asked me a question, which made me had to open up she has a Garmin, or I think, where I have a Coros watch. And so she asked me like something. I was like, I don't even know. I don't remember what it was. I mean, we started talking about a lot of things, and I was like, well, you can't get accurate off of a watch and all this kind of stuff. But I was looking, it's always funny when I look at my Coros app, like this morning I looked at it, and it said I was after all the miles I've been doing, especially with the stuff yesterday, it said I was at 1% recovery, and it was going to take me like 110 hours until I was no activity in order to recover. And it was like that the other night too. It said I was at like 13%, and it was going to take me like 96 hours to recover. And I was like, well, that's not true. And so I did my HRV test this morning right after I looked at the 1%, which is a more accurate, whatever of how you're doing. And my HRV said I was ready for hard training or whatever, So it's like, see, don't tell me I'm at 1%. And some of this stuff, like I was finally able to find it on hers. It has it on there. I knew Coros had it, but they changed their app and everything so bad, and it's never accurate, so I don't ever look at it. But like projected times or whatever, and for like a 5K, it projected I would run a 5K in like 28 minutes. Yet earlier in the day on my run, I ran a 5K in like 20, what was it? It was like 23 something just on the run earlier that day, which is still not what I would be doing. Like right now, if I was to actually want to, do a time trial, essentially for a 5K, I guarantee I could get probably 19 something, high 19s, like just barely sub 20 probably, maybe even faster than that, but I would say probably around like a 1950 or so. And it's telling me a 20 whatever, or a 28 something. I'm like, yeah, whatever. You are way wrong. Oh, I think the reason why we started looking at that is because hers on her front page said her projected marathon time was going to be like 5 hours and something or whatever. And so I looked at mine, and it said it would be 5 hours and 4 minutes. And I'm like, 3 weeks ago I ran a 50K for almost that speed, which is 6 miles further on a hilly course. Well, not on a hilly course, I mean you're climbing mountains. Like, I think my marathon time would be 5 hours and something. Even after yesterday's 18-mile run, I could have still probably easily got below 4 hours. And that goes into why I always tell people that, because people look at their VO2 max on their, that basically reading from their watch or whatever on the app. And I'm like, I can guarantee is inaccurate, because the only way you can get an actual VO2 max is by going into a lab, putting on the little mask, running on a treadmill with a progressive run as they run the test. It's like it says my VO2 max right now on my app says like 46. I guarantee it's not 46. I've been 46 for, I don't know if I've ever been that low, which is still above average, but I mean, the last time I actually measured my VO2 max in a lab, I was at 63. So, and I have not lost that much fitness. This is Henderson. I think we're just going to run all the way to Montana Wild, head back, and then once we get back to Centennial Park, we'll figure out if I'll actually want to run anymore or not. Because I might just do a 10K later tonight. So if that's the case, I only need to do like a 10K this morning, because I am... mileage-wise, I only need to average like 10 miles a day now for the rest of the week. So if I get 12 miles today, that would be more than efficient, or more than, not efficient, more than, gosh dang, my mind just went blank. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Wow. Vocabulary is hooked on phonics is failing me. Should probably jump back up on the sidewalk. Sorry. I'm by everybody else now. Well, more than enough. It's not the word I was looking for, but that definitely fits the bill. Or maybe it is the word I'm looking for, and I feel like I was searching for a fancier word. As some people would say, what is it, a $5 word? Searching for a $5 word. Is that what the old saying was? The sun is warm. I mean, my cheeks are still cold, but the rest of me is warm. And I'm not even dressed as warm as I was yesterday. So I messaged to find out when the NCO breakfast was out here at the fort, and it's later than I thought it was going to be. It's not until the 15th of December. I don't know. I mean, it's a free breakfast because since I'm a retiree, it's all paid for. People will chip in and pay for all retirees. Otherwise, it's still a hell of a deal. It's a $5 breakfast. And essentially, it's all you can eat. I mean, you only get to go through the line one time, but you can load that plate up as much as you want. And it's really good food. I loved working it when I was in NCO because it's put on by the NCO organization. Whether you're Army, Air Force, it don't matter. And so when I was way back when I was in E7 I loved working it, and I used to always volunteer for the shit duty, washing pots and pans. But that was like the best gig ever, because you'd have breaks in between washing pots and pans. Old. You'd have breaks between washing the pots and pans, and so you could go up there and in the front part of the kitchen and sneak pieces of sausage or pancakes, French toast, whatever, it don't matter. It was the best gig in the world. Now, if you're a sergeant major, you truly probably got the best gig in the world, which was serving coffee. You didn't have to make the coffee. Somebody else did that. You would just serve coffee to all the people. You got to walk up and down the line, which was always like, huge line to get in, because it's a big deal in the community here, this breakfast. I mean, you have people that'll even drive 4 or 5 hours just to come here for the breakfast, because it's a huge social thing every year at Christmas, or that time of year anyways. So you're talking a line waiting, half hour, 45 minutes to get in. So you could, got to wander back and forth, talking to all these old timers or whatever, even the younger kids, because everybody shows up. I mean, there's 500-600 employees, including service members and dependents and whatever, that are just out there at the military base. And then you get all the retirees from the community and their dependents, and then however many other people from around the state, both service members and retirees and dependents. I mean, you're talking a lot of people. And then all the food that's extra at the end, they take down to the homeless shelter and donate to the homeless shelter. And they always know the food's coming too, so they, have a big late breakfast, I guess you could say, a brunch, I guess, on that day, advertised down at the homeless shelter. So it's a really cool thing. And they always make more than is needed just for that too. But they call it SOS. It's not SOS. SOS is essentially chipped beef on toast. Their version of SOS out here is just sausage gravy, biscuits and gravy. It's not SOS. It's just sausage gravy. But this recipe for sausage gravy has been, I don't know when it originated, but it has been tossed down year to year for, many, many years now for this whole event. And there's only like, 2 or 3 people that are allowed to make it each year. And they train somebody for, the next generation to be able to make it. It is one of the best sausage gravies I've ever had. Not the best, but one of the best. There's a place I had sausage gravy. It was basically some gravy, but for a breakfast place down in Savannah, Georgia, which was just freaking phenomenal. But I don't know, between that place, and I've had it in a lot of different places, but between that place and the Biscuit Bitch in Seattle, man, their sausage gravy they have there is really, really good too. I think the thing I like about Biscuit Bitch is just going in there and ordering a hot mess bitch, because that's the name of the of the item on the menu that I love to get. And it's just fun to say, especially if it's a hot mess bitch that's working behind the counter too. Tea, tossed gravy, yeah. Oh, here we got over here. What is that, Bob? Bob over there on YouTube? How to train every day like you. Give you some tips. You are awesome. Well, thanks. Thanks for the comment. To train like me every day is self-discipline. That's all it is. The easiest way to, when you're talking running, to be able to get out there every day, I truly believe, and it's not because I am a coach, but get yourself a coach, because then you're being held accountable. And so if you're just like yourself, then and you're relying on self-discipline, it's hard to, it'd be very easy for me to just be like, oh, I'm gonna sleep in today and not do anything. But for me, because I live stream and I love my community that I've built throughout the few years, it's really easy. Good morning. It's really easy for me to, I feel like I'm being held accountable by people like Barf Bag, which you can't see. He's over on the Twitch side, but talking to me all the time. Even though, well, he probably would judge me if I didn't show up to live stream every day by running and whatever. But most of the people in the community wouldn't judge me at all. But and the weird part is I really don't care what other people think. I have no pride. But I still feel like I owe it to them. Let's put it that way. But no, it's just a lot of self-discipline. And I don't know if you follow Seth DeMore on YouTube, but he used to have a daily vlog, and he took a huge break from it after 7 years. But it's like he always says, you just got to turn that doorknob every day. And there's many days that I don't want to turn that doorknob. But then once I get going, I'm trying to remember who said it best. It would say, I don't remember if it was like Kara Goucher or some female elite marathoner was like, I never got done with a run and wished I didn't go. I think it was Kara Goucher or somebody like that. Might have been Des Linden, I don't know. But so I always just go. Today, I was not excited to get out here, but now that I'm out here, I'm like, whatever. Now, it's going to take, talking about training like me, next week, I'm going to be starting some more more high intensity than I've done in years. And it's going to take a lot for me to do it. Now, I did do my last training block when I was training for UTMB, which is a 106 mile mountain ultra with, what is it, like 40,000 feet, I've heard. And because I wanted to make sure I was successful there, I did do some, hill repeats and stuff that were definitely a lot higher intensity than what I was doing for 2 years previous to that. But after doing the first one of those sessions, which just wrecked me, I felt excited to do the other ones, follow on every week. But it's just a matter of turning that doorknob every day. Eventually your body gets used to it. Like 2 days ago, the amount of running I've been doing this week, I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it, but now my body's responded and I feel pretty good. Like, I did a total of 21 miles yesterday, and I for sure thought I was going to wake up today and barely be able to walk, but I feel great. And so eventually your body responds to the training stimulus, and even then you're able to handle the stress of the training. It just takes time. Whether you're starting out doing 1 mile a day and eventually you get to where that 1 mile feels great, then you can bump it up. Okay, we're gonna try and make it cut the gap, shoot the gap. So I did not feel like hitting the button for the light. But all of a sudden, man, there is some traffic there. Let's get back over on the road. I don't have trail shoes on. I have road shoes on. I need to figure out who the post commander is out here now, because now we're in that time of year they're not doing a lot of training out in the back area, and see if they would allow me to go run some of them, the old range roads that they don't even use anymore, but they go up into these mountains, and I think it'd be really cool. I've never been on them. Even when I was stationed here, I was never able to get out on them because, when I was wanting to run, it was always, how many miles are we at? That's going to put us a little over a 10K if we just go straight back. That'll work. Maybe do a lap once we get to Centennial Park so that we can run over by the skate park like Bart Bag wants. Maybe there is some kids. It's lunch break, so there'll probably be some kids over there. Or, well, by the time we get there, I don't even know what time it is now. It is, oh, come on, watch. There we go. 10:46 here. So yeah, it'll be getting right into their lunch breaks. The only time they ever used a lot of those ranger roads back there that I want to run was for driver's training on Humvees. But that thing is so steep, not really anybody has Humvees anymore. It's all like MRAPs and whatever the new things are, which can't climb up those steep slopes like the Humvees could. So nobody ever uses them anymore. I want to use them though. There was one brigade commander I had. I don't remember why I wasn't there. They were doing some training out there. I was gone somewhere. I don't even know why. It might have been in my Warrant Officer Advanced course or something. I don't know. But he took and this was just a regional support group, so a brigade headquarters element, basically a plug and play brigade headquarters is what it really was. While running, I speak well while running because I'm used to it. I'm only running at conversational pace right now. If I was to bump it up into, like a tempo pace or something like that, I wouldn't be able to. I'm running well slower than my conversational pace. I'll just put it that way. But this brigade commander that I had, he took everybody out there for a run one morning, and it's hard enough. I used to always hate company runs, let alone like battalion and brigade runs. Nobody's on the same page, and that's usually on like flatter stuff. Here he took these people up on one of those roads I want to run up, which is it's like 3 miles just to get to the base of the ridge, and then you have like a 2 mile just climb up this ridge, and then this probably 3/4 of a mile just bomb all the way back down. I mean, this thing is probably like a 10-mile run with probably 1,500 feet of vert. He just destroyed everybody. But he was a 10th Mountain guy, so he definitely was used to doing stuff like that. An infantry guy, which was funny, an infantry guy, a 10th Mountain infantry guy, no less, in charge of a bunch of logistics and transportation people. He was also the guy that I was his brigade S1, which is very unusual as a warrant officer, but he had so much. Well, let's just put it this way. He had an 04 in there. It's an 04 position. And the major ended up getting cross-leveled to deploy with a unit because they had somebody drop out last minute for some reason. I don't even know what it was. And so they needed somebody, and he was the only person available. So we ended up going with him, and they didn't backfill him. Like, that would have been my boss, whoever they backfilled. So he just said, like, he gave me the chance basically to see what I could do as a bump me up, you know, well above my pay grade. And so then when this major got back, he pretty much told him that, you know, we're just going to put you on doing this right here. We're going to leave him as the brigade S1. I was like, damn, that's because I was outperforming what this guy was even doing, which makes sense. I mean, regular commissioned officers are at best generalists, where warrant officers are subject matter experts. He was probably internalizing screams all day. He probably was. I'm not lying. And again, I don't know why I wasn't there. Other than I probably was at, like I said, my advanced course or at some other sort of schooling. I just remember when I came back, my E8 that I had in my office that was the NCOIC, he told me about that run, and I was like, are you kidding me? He did that. And he was an awesome 06 battalion commander or brigade commander. I mean, like, great commander. A lot of people didn't like him. I liked him. I always had a good working relationship with him. Now, when he was a captain, I did not have a good working relationship with him, because I actually deployed to Iraq with him when he was a captain. But I think he came straight off of just left the 10th mountain. So to go from that to when I deployed to Iraq, I was in the S1 shop of a mechanized infantry battalion with Bradley's, and he was put in the position as the HHC company commander, and he did not like the fact that us staff people, like, he couldn't order us around even though he was our company commander. It was like, yeah, we're kind of under the protection of the brigade commander. I have to do what the battalion commander, I have to do what the battalion commander says. Yeah, you want me to go do this, but the battalion commander says I need to do this, so he trumps you. And he didn't like that. And I mean, that dude, he saw some shit in Iraq that I'm surprised he's not more effed up than he is. He's retired now, but he like one day he was out in one of the villages we were at in Iraq, and just to send a message, at that time we had a sniper that actually came from Iran, and we found that out later once we finally caught the guy. But he was out on doing like a, whatever you call it, you know, like a, what would you call those? I don't even remember. It's been so long since I've been in the combat unit. Basically, he was out making friends with the villagers, you know, doing good things. You know, handing out toys to the kids and meeting with the tribal leaders and, you know, just sitting down and having good conversations with them or whatever. But he was out standing next to his Humvee with, you know, giving out toys and pencils and markers, crayons, whatever to the little kids. And the sniper, just to prove a point, shot a girl. It was just she was only like 9-10 years old. Blasted her head off just to prove a point that he could have done that to him. And so he witnessed that whole thing, and I'm like, that would have just effed me up completely. The only reason why we figured out who this guy was he one of the other AOs captured this guy for a little while. And did the normal things, interrogation, whatever. But they had to finally release him. Well, while he was captured, we didn't have any issues with Sniper. And it wasn't just our AO. He moved around other AOs too. But it was rather quiet. And then as soon as he was released, all of a sudden we started getting problems with snipers, or a sniper. We knew it was just one guy. And then this guy got detained again, and all of a sudden the stuff quit again. And then that's when we had an idea that that's who it was. And then we started pressuring some of our informants, and they said, yeah, that's him. And then the funny thing is we had him detained in our, where was this, Detroit? No, this was in Iraq. This was in Al-Hawija, same area, famous for the Battle of Hawija. Our base we had was actually right outside the little town of Riyadh, which was about halfway between Riyadh and Hawija. Not the same Riyadh that's in Saudi Arabia. But once we captured the guy, we had him in our detainment facility, and all the bad people in Hawija found out about that, and they didn't want us to be able to, basically interrogate this guy, find out other information, or, whatever. So that was one of our, so they all of a sudden we started taking a bunch of rockets onto our fob, and normally they aimed for what was the tallest building on our fob. I mean, we had this berm that went all the way around. It wasn't a huge fob, but normally they aimed at the only thing they could see, which was our maintenance shop, because it had the highest roof. All of a sudden our detainment facility was getting aimed at, and it was like probably the largest barrage of rockets that we had, which then signaled that there was some sort of informant, or whatever you want to call, on our base to let them know that that's where the detainment facility was. So they had a map of our fob, and it could have been, we'd get, because we trained with we trained the Iraqi army and the Iraqi police and all that kind of stuff. It could have been somebody on those things that would come out there all the time. Oh, look at that. Hitting low power. But I did bring my battery. I don't know if I have any power on it, because I didn't remove it after yesterday or charge it or anything. It still happens to be in my vest, so I can plug in. Man, I gotta pee. I gotta pee something fast. I'm gonna take my gloves off. That sun is warm enough that I don't think my hands will get too cold. No more. Okay, fine. Man, there's like, other than like a few like really high clouds, you can see the little wispy stuff over here. Well, you guys can't. Now you can. Up there. There's not really much of anything for clouds. Not much of anything. It is what they call trying to think of going back to old sayings again that my dad used to say all the time. What is it, a bluebird day? Is that what it is? It's just a bluebird day today. Oh man. Well, speaking of miles, I am at mile 4.65. Zero cars right now. If I was up there, I could cross the street. By the time I get up here though, oh yeah, I can see down the street this way. There's about 6 cars coming and I can hear quite a few of them behind me. We were 30 seconds faster, I wouldn't have to try and frog my way through traffic. Oh, I had to give a little quick burst of speed there to get through that. I'm so confused as to what this fence is here for. Like, there's no gate. It's not like they closed this off or anything. Is there broken sound alerts? I don't know. Did I miss something? Oh, I got a new sub over on the YouTube side. Well, that is actually the same as a new follower, so on this side. So as far as the sound alerts go, yeah, I guess it is broken because I didn't hear anything. Is my volume turned up? Yeah, my volume's up. So that means I actually owe 10 push-ups, because that is the equivalent. If I'm out running, I don't do the mile thing because I'm already running miles. But that does mean I need to do some push-ups, so might as well just do them right here. These people driving by on the going to the garbage transfer site are going to be like, what the heck? Is this even charging? Yeah, it is charging. Of course, now that I looked at that, I think oh, there we go. Now it's working. I plugged in 2 of them. They died. Stare at traffic. Okay. I gotta pull my battery out. Oh. Okay, there we go. Come at me, row after? No. Oddly enough, nobody drove by right when I was doing those, which is kind of funny. Ooh, now I gotta pull my vest all situated again. It's all goofy here. What's this guy doing? He's like slowing down so he can floor it, to slow down to floor it on a 15-mile-an-hour little driveway. Okay. I guess I better make sure I'm charging, since it looked like it wasn't. Okay, it's charging. I think I just forgot to hit the button on my battery pack. Because even though I plug it in, doesn't mean it's doing anything until I hit the battery. Still gotta pee. I wonder if those porta johns are still over here in the park. I got paid. I believe that boy just said he had to pay. I had me about 12 of them there Dr. Peppers. Wonder if all these grain cars are full or not. Like this time of year. I mean, I guess it is. You'd still be shipping grain this time of year. I guess it'd be more springtime is where I would truly have to wonder as you see them go by. Why are you locking your door? Like, it's not like you're walking anywhere. You're literally taking stuff and throwing it in the recycling bin. And I think the lady heard me say that too, because she glared at me. Whew. Can't see. Yeah, it looks like the Porta Johns are still there. Because I think I'm going to do one lap. That way I can just... not only get an extra, what is it, a mile and a half, I think, lap, but it'll also put me over on the other side where the Porta John is. Look at this guy up on his bike, like old school late 1800s bicycle with the big wheel on the front. He thinks he's cool. The things you see in Helena, Montana. Oh. Maybe I always call her my coffee shop girl. There's no my about it. The girl from the coffee shop. Maybe she'll be out here today. Sometimes she runs out here during her lunch break. I think would be around this time of day, because I mean she starts at like 4:30 in the morning or something at work. Take a look at chat and make sure I didn't miss something, which I very possibly could. All the little kids from the school are either probably having their recess. Be too early for their lunch break. Although it's a Montessori school, so it is different rules than conventional public schools have, or different schedules and stuff, I guess. More play oriented as well. Man, it is really, really nice out right now. It is like, it's crazy, the weather. I'm used to it being -10 with snow on the ground by this time of year. getting our snow up in the high country, but down here it's not really doing much. Camera off to the right just so don't get all these little kids on the stream, because there's some weird sickos out there. There we go. We had passed them. Hitting my bottom of my gimbal. I'm guessing you guys can probably hear it. Oh, it's a good thing the dog Nazi isn't here. You would see this completely well-behaved dog playing fetch with its owner, and would flash his lights, jump the curb, flash his lights, drive out on the grass. When he jumped the curb, darn near took out a group of little kids. Lights flashing. You need to have your dog on a leash. Which, I mean, I get it. It's a city ordinance. But come on. How about you go and wrestle up all these dogs, these stray dogs around town that aren't on a leash, and not worry about the ones that are completely well behaved and with their owners. Weird sickos that play Fortnite? I'm sure there probably is a few. But the fact that they play Fortnite isn't what makes them sick. That's other things. Okay, you guys can listen to the humming drone of the electrical substation here. Okay, I'm back. Now I gotta pass this lady again that we walked back, or went by the other day, a little bit ago. My left nostril, I don't know what's going on there. Try and see what happens if I try and blow it out. Like, it doesn't feel like it's like nothing really came out. It feels like it's congested, but not because it has stuff in it, but because my sinuses have constricted, I guess. Okay. We'll pass this old guy again, too. Still haven't heard anything from a breeder. Hopefully I hear something soon. I really expected this week I was going to hear something, but of course maybe she's just waiting until the weekend. Never know. This old guy here is going to be me in 5 years. If you listen to my friends that are like, if you keep running that much, you're going to barely be able to walk in 5 years. Well, in all actuality, the opposite is probably true. Need to charge. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to sprint this out and try and end the stream before you're back. That's what we're going to go for. I'm going to go this way. Oh. Pupper's just over here at the far end of the dog park, just having a good old time by himself. All the other dogs are all the way over on the other side. It's kind of funny. Oh, now he's wandering over, or he or she, I guess, wandering over to say hi to the new doggies coming in. Oh, leaving. I was mistaken. Should have gone the long way over there. Oh well, this will be fine. I mean, I should be close to 8 miles. Oh, should we go around the college maybe? I'm not really done. Or I don't feel like I should be done. Let's put it that way. Maybe we'll go back with Cayman, head up on the college, take the college all the way back. Or take Benton all the way back, I mean. Give us a little bit extra. Might actually be able to push us to 9 miles. And then tonight, if I only feel like doing a 5K, I only need to do a 5K. Chances are, though, I'm probably going to feel good enough to do a 10K. And maybe I'll just split the difference and do what we did the other night. What was that like? I think I pushed that to be 5 miles. actually blowing out of the north, like the straight north. So that little run right there, going into the headwind, got my gloves on, made my hands cold. Fingers are a little cold. Oh. Sound of all the forklifts, and wow, it's all forklifts that they use here. I don't think they have any loaders, but that's definitely one of their forklifts. That thing sounds like it's just freaking beast. And it's a propane motor on there. I'd never really think of propane engines sounding like that. I worked at a place years ago where we had a forklift that ran on propane, and it did not sound as mean as that. It also wasn't as big as that one either. But I mean, I guess it's an internal combustion engine. Why wouldn't it sound like that? Still wonder what was going on yesterday, because there was like 30 school buses of kids over here at the college, like little kids, elementary kids. Now, see, these other forklifts over here sound more like the propane engines that I'm used to. That other one just, I don't know what it was. What was that, 7 miles? Wow. Gonna get at least 8.5. If I go all the way down to the past the library, probably push it to 9. But this little mile stretch right here is gonna do a number on me, because it is. See if I can get my camera to face a little bit up again, because it is uphill. But not like a really steep uphill. It's just one of those that's just enough for you to notice. Feels like a grind. It is. Getting on here. It is a grind. Just a grind. Oh, man. And it does continually get a little bit steeper, Even at the steepest part, it's not like super steep, but it is a continuous increase in steepness. Oh. We're just gonna take smaller steps. Now we're working hard enough, I actually got sweat dripping down the side of my face. All because of this gradual hill that happens to be about a mile long. Well, not quite a mile long, I guess. About half a mile long. I mean, we keep climbing all the way. That's why I keep saying a mile. This section of the college is only half a mile, if even that. Oh, feels like all of a sudden I'm accelerating, which I probably am because it flattened out a little bit. Okay, perfect timing. We don't ever get that. Usually we get there right at the very end of the light, and then we gotta wait a full cycle. That timed perfectly. gosh, I gotta take my hat off. It's getting warm. This uphill making me sweat. Man. I really need to empty out my vest because over on my left side, you guys can't see it, but pretty sure the gloves I wore yesterday are still in there. My hat I wore yesterday is still in there. So now I got 2 pairs of gloves and 2 hats. In the side pocket of my run vest, which I didn't really need. I just wanted to carry so that I would have my battery more than anything. Just because I didn't know how long I'd be out here. But it also gave me, like, I have a water bottle with me too, which I haven't drank anything out of yet, but I should have. Let's put it that way. I definitely should have. I just, if I'm running anything less than like 12 miles, I don't really need any water or nutrition or anything. And especially if it's just a really, really easy pace. And I really emphasize the easy pace that I've been doing this week. Because the very first part of any training block should be working on your base fitness. And I actually encourage my athletes, even though they don't always listen, that before you start any training block, you need to work on your base fitness. And you know who you are. You're probably not on right now, but you might listen to this later. It's like encouraging this particular athlete to work on their baseline fitness, and they're like, no, they're going off and doing their own thing and doing fartleks and whatever else because they got on some pro runner's app and they want a little more structure before I give them their actual training plan. I kind of want to say, instead of doing that, how about you just, get to where you can run 3 miles nonstop instead of doing 10 minutes of intervals. But I mean, I get it. You need to, if you're just like doing like what I'm doing right now, it can be rather boring. So you want to do something else just to change it up a bit. I get it. Okay, we just hit 8. I don't have a light going this, or a button going this direction. I wasn't expecting my walk signal so early. Usually there's a, and I wasn't paying attention, but there's a left turn signal there usually, to where I still have to wait. There was nobody in the left turn lane, so I didn't have to wait. Okay, I think we will just go to the end of the block here and be done, essentially. Although I'd like to continue on to the bakery and get myself some stuff that I don't need. I definitely want. Wouldn't necessarily be so good for my waistline. I mean, they have really good pastry there. Like their Earl Grey cake and this lemon cake they have are so good. But I could also go for a ham and cheese croissant. Oh, that they make fresh all the time. Every day. So tasty. But I definitely don't need it, that's for sure. Okay. Can't see anything because of the glare of the sun, but I think I'm facing myself again. Yeah, it looks like I am. So about 8 1/3 miles, not too bad. More than what I thought I would do this morning. Definitely more than I thought I would do. I don't think I need this anymore. I need to go into the base camp because see if they have some things I need. I don't like to shop there because it's usually really expensive. But the nice thing about going there is I can look at things and then leave there and be like, oh, go look on like Amazon or whatever. Oh man. Well, everybody, that's going to be it for this morning's run. Again, as always, if you're on YouTube, please smash that subscribe button, and thank you for the recent subscribers over there. If you're on Kick, smash that follow button. Sorry I can't read your chat or anything or see any of the alerts for right there until I figure out how to get it to interface. And I don't think there's a way for me to do it, but I'll keep trying. Doing some Google research, trying to figure out if people figured it out yet. And for everybody on Twitch, I thank you so much. Please smash that follow button if you haven't already. If you have a free Prime sub, please consider using it on me. Everything from that goes to, it's free for you because you get one every month for free. And I don't get a whole lot of money out of it, but it does go and help me offer free coaching for our veterans, service members, and dependents. Because that comes out of my own pocket, all that service I provide. What else? Follow me on my socials. That's about it. I will see you guys most likely tonight. I don't have to run tonight, but I probably will anyway, just because I'm enjoying our night runs. If anything, I'll at least go for a walk, and I'll stream during that. Yeah. I will not be live streaming tomorrow morning. There is a possibility I might do a live stream again tomorrow night for a night run. but I'll see how I feel, because tomorrow is a pretty aggressive mountain run I will be doing with the group down in Bozeman. So anyways, that's going to be it for tonight. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.